Have you ever imagined that what you forget upon waking might be more than just dreams slipping away in the morning? What seems harmless, the disappearance of these dream memories, might actually hide something much more complex and disturbing. You may think they're just unimportant stories, but what if there were a dark purpose behind this forgetting? And what if the brain was actually protecting us from something we shouldn't remember? Many theories propose answers that go far beyond what one would expect. Isn't it intriguing to discover that this forgetting is, in fact, an ingenious mechanism to protect our sanity or perhaps even our very sense of reality? Forgetting dreams might seem common, but science and philosophy suggest there's more at stake. It's not just chance, there are deep and even unsettling reasons for this dream amnesia. So, what does the brain hide behind this blackout? Get ready to dive into mysteries that, once understood, could transform the way you view your nights of sleep, and your very waking mind. Dream amnesia is one of those surprising phenomena. You wake up, sometimes still feeling a fragment of memory, but in just a few minutes, it's gone. This natural forgetting has intrigued scientists and curious minds for centuries. After all, what leads the brain to create such vivid, detailed dreams only to erase them from our memory right after? It seems like a waste, but the process is much more complex and fascinating than it appears at first glance. Every night, our mind dives into the world of dreams, exploring new scenarios, but rarely retains these experiences. This forgetting, however frustrating, has a deeper reason. Our brain is a machine that prioritizes what really matters for daily life. It seems to decide that dreams, though full of meaning, don't need to be part of our waking consciousness. Imagine waking up and still having to deal with all the sensations that dreams brought. It would be like carrying an extra, unnecessary, and sometimes disturbing load. So perhaps this dream amnesia is an essential filter to separate what is fundamental to our reality and what can remain on the threshold of the subconscious. Interestingly, even forgetting most of what we dream about, these moments aren't truly lost. There are theories that fragments of dreams that disappear with dawn are actually processed in a deeper layer of the mind. Like a secret laboratory, the brain turns these nightly scenes into impulses that influence our creativity, intuition, and even our decisions. And who knows, maybe this process holds an even greater mystery. There's an intriguing theory suggesting that our brain has a firewall that prevents dreams from mixing with reality. Think about it, during sleep, we are capable of doing impossible things, flying, talking to people who are no longer with us, living through situations that defy all logic. If these memories remained vivid upon waking, we could easily confuse dream and reality, bringing true chaos to our minds. So, it appears that the brain has created a protective mechanism, a sort of filter that separates the real world from the world of dreams. This mental firewall is more than just a theoretical curiosity, it actually serves to protect our sanity. Imagine if we remembered every detail of our dreams and those details were as real as the memories of our daily lives. For some, especially those who already face challenges in their perception of reality, this thin line could be catastrophic. This selective blackout helps us wake up without confusion, with our mind focused on what we really need to handle in the concrete world. It's interesting to think that this ability to separate the two worlds might be an essential evolution to keep our consciousness centered. After all, what is reality if not that which we can clearly define and remember? This theory, as fascinating as it may be, still raises many questions about how far dreams can shape or influence our memories and, perhaps, our very concept of truth. Another essential function of forgetting dreams is to protect our mental health by preventing emotional overload. Imagine waking up with the weight of all the emotions you experienced during the night, moments of intense joy, paralyzing fear, or even deep sadness. If we carried all these emotions into daily life, each dawn could turn into an emotionally draining experience. Forgetting dreams, then, is like a necessary relief the brain offers us to maintain our balance. This mechanism acts as an emotional filter, allowing us to start each day with a blank page. When something particularly intense stays in our mind upon waking, like that dream that left a trace of anguish or inexplicable joy, it's usually because the brain deemed it important, but without the weight of everything left behind. Thus, it's easier to move on with life without being constantly influenced by what we felt in the dream world. Interestingly, this filter is essential to our sanity, especially for those who already have a heightened emotional sensitivity. Studies show that people with high dream recall tend to be more susceptible to intense emotions during the day, something that can be exhausting. In the end, this dream amnesia works as an invisible yet powerful shield, helping us navigate reality without being dragged by emotions from the subconscious world. When we sleep, the brain becomes a true organizer, sorting memories and experiences like someone organizing a library. Dreams, in this sense, function as a kind of subconscious filter, processing everything we experienced the day before and organizing what is relevant. While dreaming, our mind classifies memories, discards the superfluous, and keeps what needs to be remembered. This process is so automatic that we don't even realize the brain is working to lighten our minds. It's like a constantly updated file. During sleep, the subconscious reviews the day's events and, without any conscious effort, discards what doesn't matter. Upon waking, what's left are the main files, the ones that will really make a difference. And, interestingly, the solution to a problem often appears as a fresh idea in the morning, the result of a mental work that unfolded while we slept.
Want to transform your life from the inside out? Check out our ebook with practical tools for real change. Go to the pinned comment, click the link, and see how to start your transformation today.
This process also explains why dream amnesia is essential. It's as if the brain says, "Let me organize this," and then clears the area for the next day. By allowing the subconscious to perform this quiet cleanup, we give the brain the chance to start each day with a refreshed space, ready to absorb new experiences and memories without carrying the weight of what doesn't matter. Dreams, even those we forget, are a true goldmine for creativity. When we sleep, the brain isn't bound by the rules of logic and reality, it's free to explore scenarios that defy reason. This freedom creates a unique atmosphere where unusual ideas and unexpected solutions can arise. Upon waking, even if we don't remember the details, the fragments that remain can inspire new thoughts and spark creativity. This process is especially useful for those who work with innovation or need to solve complex problems. Imagine a writer or a visual artist who wakes up with the feeling of a striking image, even if they don't know where it came from. Or an entrepreneur who, after a night's sleep, sees a different solution to that impasse. This lack of total memory of dreams leaves room for the brain to fill in the gaps with new ideas, almost as if it were creating something from scratch. Thus, forgetting dreams can actually be a catalyst for inventiveness, offering small clues that our conscious mind turns into something concrete. This process allows us to connect points that, in wakefulness, might seem disconnected. So who knows, the next time you have a brilliant idea as soon as you wake up, it could be a creation inspired by the remnants of a dream kept deep in your mind. During sleep, our brain enters a true sorting operation, deciding what's worth remembering and what can be forgotten. This memory consolidation mechanism is crucial for our daily functioning, as it helps us retain important information and discard irrelevant details. Dreams are part of this process, a phase in which the brain organizes content and then eliminates what doesn't need to carry over to the next day. It's a filter that makes our memory more efficient, focused only on the essential. This process is akin to clearing a computer's memory. Just as we delete temporary files to free up space, the brain discards dream details, paying more attention to experiences that really matter for our practical lives. Studies indicate that this process mainly happens during REM sleep, the stage when dreams are most vivid. Therefore, upon waking, everything non-essential to our survival and growth is left behind, like fragments of a night that fades away with dawn. And if it's already interesting to think about what the brain chooses to remember, it's even more fascinating to imagine what it opts to forget. This careful selection avoids a memory overload that could distract or confuse us. By erasing what we don't need to recall, it allows us to focus on the present with clarity, helping us move forward, ready to absorb what truly matters. Some bold theories suggest that our dreams could be glimpses of parallel universes. Imagine that, while sleeping, our consciousness has access to alternative realities where other versions of ourselves live different experiences. If this idea sounds a bit fanciful, consider that quantum physics already deals with the concept of multiple realities. In this scenario, dream amnesia would be a protective mechanism, preventing us from overloading ourselves with information from other realities that could confuse our perception of the here and now. This possible protection program is what keeps us anchored to the reality we live in. Upon waking, we forget what would be too much to assimilate, especially if we imagine that there is more than one version of ourselves spread across other dimensions. The conscious mind doesn't need to deal with these possibilities, staying focused on what is tangible and essential for our daily lives. After all, it's complex enough to deal with a single reality, let alone multiple ones. Although still speculative, this theory opens doors to fascinating questions about the nature of consciousness and reality itself. And if, in fact, part of our dreams is a reflection of other lives we could be living? The idea of forgetting dreams then becomes even more intriguing, leaving us with a trace of mystery. Perhaps dream amnesia is what allows us to face life with clarity, without detours caused by unknown dimensions. Forgetting dreams might be more than just a mental peculiarity, it might be an essential evolutionary adaptation for our survival. Imagine our ancestors living in a hostile environment, where every sense had to be alert to face real dangers. If they became immersed in memories of dreams upon waking, they could lose focus on the threats around them. The brain, therefore, would have learned to discard dream memories, prioritizing survival in the physical and immediate world. This evolutionary advantage is still reflected today in our ability to distinguish the real from the imagined. Upon waking, the mind leaves behind what was experienced in the dream, creating a separation between what is essential for survival and what belongs to the dream realm. This doesn't mean that dreams aren't important, but rather that the brain chooses to prioritize what really matters for our well-being and adaptation to the environment. Each instance of forgetting, therefore, is a mental economy strategy focused on preserving our attention for what's truly around us. It's fascinating to think that this skill might be one of the reasons why, in dangerous situations, we can act quickly and without hesitation. A clear mind, without the weight of dream world memories, keeps us ready to react to what's really happening. This natural filter, then, becomes an essential tool that connects us to the present, focusing on the here and now as a fundamental mechanism for our safety and evolution. Forgetting dreams may actually be a way to recalibrate our consciousness every night. During sleep, we experience different states of consciousness, from light sleep to deep sleep and REM, where dreams become more intense and vivid. This journey through various layers of perception allows us to explore other aspects of ourselves without altering our identity. Dream forgetting is a sort of restart, helping us maintain a stable foundation of our own identity upon waking. This constant recalibration of consciousness is what allows us to clearly differentiate who we are in the waking state and who we are during sleep. If we remembered everything in detail, our mind might be overloaded with alternative versions of ourselves, which don't necessarily represent who we are in reality. Forgetting dreams, then, ensures that our identity and personality are aligned with what we consider real and consistent, allowing us to wake up with a sense of continuity. The self we carry into daily life, it seems, depends on this cleansing process that occurs during sleep. By allowing these dream moments to dissolve, the brain ensures that our waking consciousness remains aligned, free from interference. And in this way, we can wake up ready to face the day with clarity, focused on the present and secure in our own identity. At the frontier between neuroscience and quantum physics, an intriguing theory emerges. Forgetting dreams might act as a reset for the mind, similar to the collapse of a quantum state. During sleep, especially in the REM phase, the brain explores possibilities in multiple directions, like a quantum computer processing multiple scenarios at once. When we wake, this process collapses into a single state of consciousness, leaving behind the vastness of dream experiences. This reset is essential for us to start each day free from the complexities of the subconscious. This mechanism works as a mental reset that renews our perception of the world and our memories. Forgetting dreams, therefore, is not a flaw, it's a form of cleansing that prepares us for the clarity needed in the waking state. Each morning, we are a readjusted version of ourselves, ready to face reality without overlapping dream influences. This allows us to act with precision and focus, without the multiple possibilities that the mind explored while we slept. This idea of a quantum mind reset also reinforces the notion that we forget dreams to preserve the integrity of our perception of reality. Thus, the process of erasing these nighttime memories would be a way to ensure that our waking consciousness remains a unique and coherent experience. And each dawn offers us a new beginning, clean and ready for new possibilities. After all this, it's clear that forgetting dreams is much more than a simple feature of sleep. Reflecting on each theory that explains this phenomenon is to dive into the depths of the mind and understand a bit more about what makes us human. But now that you know these secrets, ask yourself, how can you use this understanding to better appreciate the present, better organize your mind, and stay focused on what truly matters? And more importantly, are you ready to open the doors to the subconscious and explore the effects this could have on your daily life? From now on, how about doing a little experiment? Before going to sleep, relax your mind, set an intention, and observe if you wake up with any sensation or fragment of a dream. It could be a chance to see the power of the mind in action. And remember, the more you connect with your own mental process, the more you can shape your experiences to achieve what you desire. To continue exploring these ideas and learning even more about how the mind works, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And, of course, share in the comments, have you ever tried any technique to remember your dreams? What do you think your subconscious is hiding from you? The journey of self-discovery is only beginning. Did you enjoy this content? Then like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming videos.